Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly pop culture wrap-up. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly pop culture wrap-up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies, and I know we haven't done one for a few weeks. Things got a little tight and busy in the schedule, but we are back, and we are back for the foreseeable future. You can be back here every Saturday morning to go over the week's pop culture news with me. So let's go ahead and kick into it. Storm, a new series in October from Marvel Comics. We knew this was coming, part of the post-Krakoan era of X-Men, which we're calling From the Ashes, but we got a Storm series. It'll be written by Moreira Ayodelie and Lucas Werneck on the artwork. Now, this writer is the writer of that Echo Gun, the Brutalizer book that I just recently read from Oni Press. I thought that book was interesting. So this is a take on Storm because she is joining the Avengers. That's right. In August, in Avengers number 17, Storm will be joining the Avengers. That's a Jed MacKay book, but this Storm book is going to be focusing on Storm not as a part of the X-Men, but as adjusting to her new role in the Avengers and her new role in Mutantum, outlining that, right? Storm is a very popular character. She's one of the best X characters out there. She's had the spotlight put on her before. We'll see what happens this time. Dazzler is going to be a new 4-issue series debuting in September from Marvel Comics, written by Jason Liu with Rafael Loureiro on the artwork. I have never considered myself a huge Dazzler fan, but I know that for some reason there's been a resurgence of popularity in that character. I do think that some of the rumblings are true and that Dazzler's going to be making an appearance in the Deadpool Wolverine movie, may even be Taylor Swift. If you look at the new art for Dazzler, it's very Swifty. It's very Swift-esque, if that makes sense. But this is going to be following her on tour, her place in Mutantum, while being a big pop star. And seriously, if the rumors are true that she's popping in to Deadpool and the Wolverine, it's going to really put a lot of focus in on that character, so expect even more coming in the future. We got Deadpool Team-Up debuting in August, a 5-issue series written and illustrated by Rob Liefeld. Now, Rob Liefeld has said this is his final Deadpool book. This is officially his retirement from Deadpool. But I love that it's not his official retirement from comics. And I love it when old school veterans like Rob Liefeld continue to do the work. And that's what he's doing. So regardless of what you think about Rob Liefeld, me personally, I am a fan. And I'm excited for this. This is going to be a 5-issue series where Deadpool gets to go up against some of Rob Liefeld's favorite characters, or some characters that Rob's never really gotten to do a treatment for, like Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen. That's going to be interesting. Chris Star. That's going to be crazy, but we also got the Hulk in there. We got Wolverine. We got Major X. I'm really pumped for this series. Good to see Deadpool done by Rob Liefeld for one last go-round. Then we got Venom War, Spider-Man in August, 4 issues from Colin Kelly, Jackson Lansing, and Greg Land. So this is part of the big Venom War where Dylan and Eddie Brock are fighting for the symbiote or something like that. But don't forget who had the symbiote first. It was Peter Parker. So what if Peter Parker got that symbiote back as a part of Venom War, and this time it actually worked for him? Venom the symbiote has actually learned a lot now. So maybe this pairing would work. What if Peter actually likes this suit and doesn't want to give it up? That's what's going to be explored in this 4-issue tie-in. From DC Comics, DC Black Label in particular, we got Jenny Sparks, a 6-issue series starting in August, written by Tom King with artist Jeff Spokes attached to it. Jenny Sparks is from Wildstorm's The Authority. Warren Ellis, Brian Hitch. What a great book. Before that, she was in Stormwatch, but created by Warren Ellis. Jenny Sparks is great. She's the spirit of the 20th century. Tom King is taking the spirit of the 20th century and bringing her into the 21st century. She has to solve, like, a murder. So there's some kind of mystery with all these different people attached. Captain Atom is going crazy. It's out of continuity. And it's Tom King, so it could be really good. I love Jenny Sparks. My biggest problem with this is, why are we taking the 20th century spirit into the 21st century? I don't know. But Tom King could still deliver something cool. I'm really excited, though, to see a little bit of shine put on one of my favorite characters from the 90s and early 2000s, Ginny Sparks. DC vs. Vampires World War V, 6-issue series starting in August. Matthew Rosenberg, Otto Schmidt on the artwork. This is a continuation of the DC vs. Vampires story. I fell out of that one. I was digging it all right, but then I just kind of fell out of it, didn't really continue it, didn't finish it. You let me know in the comments, should I go back and revisit DC vs. Vampires? Is it something worth checking out, rereading the issues I read, and then finishing the series? But it will be continuing here in August. We also got 0 Hour, a 30th anniversary one-shot special in August. It's going to be written by Dan Jurgens and Ron Mars. A various amount of artists, including Daryl Banks, Jerry Ordway, and Kelly Jones. But this is taking us back to the days of 0 Hour, which was DC trying to fix some of the continuity problems still lingering after Crisis on Infinite Earths. 0 Hour isn't necessarily great. In fact, me and Jelani did a Comics Revisited on it a few years ago. You can check out our thoughts on it. They aren't very kind, but, you know, I don't know. 0 Hour was 30 years ago. That's ridiculous. And as crazy as it is, nostalgia always kind of paints the past with rose-tinted glasses, right? Even knowing that when I revisited it just a couple years ago, I still didn't like 0 Hour, I do still have this nostalgic tinge about that era of comics and that era of DC, so I'll definitely check it out. Oni Press has got the license for Sesame Street, so Sesame Street Grover Linza Hand is going to be debuting in August, written by Joey Esposito, with artwork by Austin Backel. I mean, I haven't watched Sesame Street since I was a tiny, tiny kid. This book is not made for me, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool that Oni Press is trying new things with new licenses. Yeah, they got like things like RoboForce and Biker Mice from Mars and Rick and Morty, but Sesame Street, like, I don't know. I don't have kids. Do kids still watch Sesame Street? Do they still make Sesame Street? If so, this is a grand idea. If not, what are you doing? Nostalgia? Is it nostalgic? Sesame Street can be, but what are you going to do with it, right? Like, it still has to be Sesame Street. The Sesame Street Workshop is still a part of this. They're attached to it. So it's got to be Sesame Street. It's not for adults. It's for young kids. So that's fine. But do kids still like Sesame Street? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments below. Y'all with kids, they still watch Sesame Street? They still make that stuff? Surely they do. Roadhouse 2 has been announced because why not? Amazon had a lot of success with the Jake Gyllenhaal-led Roadhouse remake. They had 80 million views on it, so that's a huge success for them, so they're doing another one. Jake Gyllenhaal is coming back. We had more of a conversation about this yesterday on the Amy, Rex, and Robbie show. All right, sure. I mean, I thought that Roadhouse movie was aight. It was aight. It had things I liked. It had things I didn't like. But you know what? They do a sequel. We'll see what happens. I hope that Doug Liman comes back. That would be really, really cool. There's a John Wick spinoff, or should I say another John Wick spinoff. Donnie Yen's character, Kane, is going to be the focus of a movie. So, John Wick, absolutely great franchise. Love all 4 movies. The 4th movie was a definitive ending. They say that they're actually doing a 5th one with Keanu Reeves coming back as John Wick. I don't know how they're going to do that, but I guess, spoilers, I guess he ain't dead. Something like that. They're also doing that ballerina movie right now, which is going through reshoots, and that keeps getting delayed. But now we're doing this, so we're expanding the John Wick universe. Didn't they do a TV series, The Continental or something like that? Or is that the Christopher Walken bit from, that's the Christopher Walken bit from SNL. Is it The Continental? What's the name of the hotel? Anyway, didn't they do that? Was that good? Y'all let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, Donnie Yen as Kane, I really liked that character. I'm excited to check this out. Happy Gilmore 2 has found a home. It's happening. It's being made with Adam Sandler, and it's happening at Netflix. Unfortunately, a little bit too late, because we just lost the late, great Carl Weathers. And it seems like his passing was one of the things that got this in motion, but that's kind of sad, right? Wouldn't you have liked to see Carl Weathers back in the role for Happy Gilmore 2? So it's a shame that it took this long to get it going, but I guess why not? Like, when I was a kid, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, those movies were my jam. You know what I'm saying? They were obviously made for like a 13-year-old. That was probably the age I was when it came out. But I liked Happy Gilmore. What's it going to be like returning to that? I don't know. We shall see. There was a teaser for the Dune Prophecy series on Max. I didn't even know they were doing this, but it's a prequel to the Dune movies, and it's about the Sisterhood, their rise, and their machinations to try to get one of them on the throne. The trailer looked cool. It looks like it's going for Dune meets Game of Thrones, which Dune is kind of like Game of Thrones, or should I say Game of Thrones is kind of Dune-esque in certain elements with like all the political, like, you know, striving for the throne and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I don't know. The trailer looked cool. I love those two new Dune movies so much, so I'll definitely check this one out. Then we got a new trailer for a new Francis Ford Coppola movie, Megalopolis. I didn't know he was making new movies. Got Adam Driver, Lawrence Fishburne, Audrey Plaza, Giancarlo Esposito. It's got a stellar cast. Visually, it looks stunning. I heard that they used mostly practical effects on this. Francis Ford Coppola is old school. He wants to do it old school. And I don't know, it looked really cool. It gave me vibes of like things like Brazil. It gave me vibes of like Brazil, like some Terry Gilliam stuff, like, I don't know, it's hard to describe what I got from the trailer, but I really did like it, and I want to check it out. The movie looks cool, looks epic, but could it be consumed by the weight of its own ambition? Possibly, but I will definitely check it out. So that's what we got for you this week. What's coming up here at PCP Monday night? We continue Crew's Choice. That's right. Each member of the Excitable PCP crew gets to pick a movie to review. The only caveat this year is it has to involve Tom Cruise. Get it? Crew's Choice. So this week, we're continuing it with Joe Corallo's pick, Legend, the director's cut, directed by Ridley Scott. So you can watch the American one if you want with the Tangerine Dream score. I like that version too, but there is a director's cut. That's the one in particular we're going to be talking about. May even be doing a little bit of compare and contrast, like it's high school or something like that. So Legend, the director's cut, 8 p.m. Central Time, PCP Movie Night, Monday night, and then Wednesday, we have a special Patreon exclusive live stream. We're going to be starting Patreon exclusive watch-along live streams, and we're kicking it off with 1994's The Crow, starring Brandon Lee. So I will be watching The Crow here in the studio on that TV, on VHS actually. I invite you to join us. Any level of Patreon support from $1 and up is going to be able to check out the video. So you're able to watch along with me, and it's kind of like a commentary, kind of like a conversation. I don't know, it's a watch party. You know what's up. So May 22nd, 8 p.m. Central Time on patreon.com/PCP. Join us for a live watch along of The Crow. Anyway, thank you so much for checking out the video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and drop a comment about any news that we mentioned today or anything that we missed. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Be sure to love each other, keep on living, keep on learning, keep on being the best you that you can be, and station, pop, pop, boom.